So, we got a new RNG Pearl box this week for Valentine's Day, the Badump Gift Box. These are one of the step-up RNG boxes that have close to a 50% chance of getting a bunch of items, or a 50% chance of getting a better bundle. This better bundle then has its own chance of getting better items or an even better bundle. The quirk about this box is that there's a small chance every step-up bundle to get the extremely good endgame RNG box called the Sweet Premium Enhancement box. With this box, you have a chance of getting 30 premium outfit boxes, a 200 stack, or even some Origins of Dark Hungers. On top of that, every step of the step up also has a chance of giving you seals, which can be exchanged for the Sweet Premium Enhancement box or another Badumped gift box. With how this RNG box works out of the way though, we have to find out what the real value of this RNG box is to see if it's worth buying for 410 pearls. Getting the real value is pretty simple. All we have to do is find the average amount of pearl value you can expect when you open one of these RNG boxes. Of course, since it is RNG, you can always get more or less than the average value, but the more boxes you open, the closer it will be to this calculated average value. Finding the average pearl value isn't hard at all in theory. All we need to do is find the chances of getting each item, multiply that by the value of each item to get the contribution each chance of getting an item gives to the overall value of the box. We finally add up all these contributions to get the total value of this box. Moving on to the first part, we have the rates or chances of obtaining each item. Luckily for us, PA has released the rates of each items and even combined the chances to make it easier to understand. If we look at the rates, we can see that the step-up boxes themselves, such as the Bashful gift box, Hearts of Flutter gift box, and Thrill Me gift boxes rates don't really matter, as the only use for them is to open and have a chance of getting a better step-up or the Sweet Enhancement boxes. We can basically ignore them for now and only look at the other rates. On top of that, PA did combine the chances of getting the meant-to-be gift box to show an overall chance of 10.5% if you open one of the Badumped gift boxes. This combines the small 3 to 5% chances on each of the step-ups. We also double-checked this ourselves and it seems to check out. Even though there is a 50% chance of getting the meant-to-be gift box from the Thrill Me gift box, the chances of getting the Thrill Me gift box is only 11.2%, so that only adds around a 5% rate of the meant-to-be gift box from this 50% chance. Now, the biggest thing we have to change about the rates is to distribute the 5.6% chance of getting the Badump gift boxes to the other items. The reason we have to do this is because we are trying to figure out the value of these boxes themselves, and we wouldn't be able to multiply their rates by their values as we don't know the value of the Badump gift boxes. In the end, we're left with the rates PA gives and the increased rates we get when distributing the Badump gift boxes to the other items. We will be using these increased rates for the rest of this video. Now that we know the rates and chances of getting each item, we simply need to know the value of each item. First, we'll look at the Sweet Enhancement boxes. If we list out all the items from the Sweet Enhancement boxes, we can see that these are all items we're extremely familiar with, like the Crons, Memory Fragments, and Origins of Dark Hungers. The only weird items are the Sugary Sweet Seals that we can use to trade in for other items. We can trade in 5 seals for a Badump gift box, 20 for 1 Sweet Premium Enhancement box, or 50 for 3 Premium Enhancement boxes. To find the value of these seals, we simply need to find the value per seal for all these trade-ins and see which one is the highest. For now, since we don't know the value of the Badump gift box, we'll put the price of 410 pearls. Do keep in mind though that we'll be replacing this number later on when we do get the real value of this RNG box, and in most cases, this becomes the most efficient trade-in. Other than that though, we just need to find the value of the Premium Enhancement box. Since this is an RNG box, we use the same method of multiplying the rate and value, and we can see that the total value of this box is 4,522 pearls. What this means is that on average, you'll be getting 4.5 thousand pearls per open. 2.7 thousand of the pearls come from Crons, and 1.8 thousand of the pearls come from stacks. Now that we know the average amount of pearls you can expect when you open the premium enhancement box, we just need to plug it back into the table to see how much these seals are worth. Of course, if you do the 50 to 3 box trade-in, it's going to be worth more pearls per seals. The 50 seal trade-in makes the pearl value per seal to on average be 271 pearls, which is currently the most efficient trade-in. As mentioned earlier, once we get the value of the Badump gift box, that usually makes it the most efficient trade-in, so do keep that in mind. Going back to the enhancement boxes, we simply input the value of 271 pearls to the value of the seal, so we can get the total value of each box. Crons are always 3.424 pearls each, and memory fragments are always 5 pearls each based on their prices on the Pearl store. In total, we can see that the first enhancement box is worth 732 pearls, the second enhancement box is worth 1,327 pearls, and the third is worth 2,975 pearls. So we simply use those numbers and plug those into the value of those boxes. Again, the Bashful gift box, Hearts Aflutter, and Thrill Me values don't matter as much, as they are only used to open for the next step up. The only remaining item is the meant to be gift boxes, but those, as we know, are worth only 3 Origins of Dark Hungers and 1 Sweet Premium Enhancement box. We simply add the value of the 3 Dark Hungers to the 1 Sweet Premium box to get a total value of 6,221 total pearl value. So finally, we multiply the values by the real rates to get the contribution. We add up all the contributions to get the real value of this RNG box, also known as the average amount of pearls we can expect. In total, this box is worth 1,871 pearls, which is actually pretty good. Since the base box cost is 410 pearls, it has a discount equivalence of 78%. What this means is that every time you open this box, on average, you can expect to be getting items at a 78% discount compared to if you bought them on the Pearl store. This is actually already pretty high, slightly less but still competitive with the Blacksmith's RNG boxes that were released before, and those were the best RNG boxes that have ever been released. Now, remember when we said that the seal trade-ins will change based on the value we calculate for the Badump gift box? If instead of the base price of 410 pearls, we use 1,870 as the pearl value, we can see that the Badump gift box trade-in becomes the best pearl value per seal. Now, of course, this is only pearl value, so if you prefer the item ratios in the Sweet Premium Enhancement boxes, those still may be better trade-ins for you. In terms of pure pearl value though, the Badump gift box gives the best trade-in at 374 pearls per seal. If we then plug the seal numbers back in, we get an even higher total value of 2,022 pearls per box and a discount equivalence of 80%. Now this discount is still slightly less than the Blacksmith boxes, but still very close. Considering how the Blacksmith's RNG boxes were by far the best RNG boxes in a long time, these boxes are still insanely good. That being said though, there still is one thing that can make these boxes better than the Blacksmith's boxes. Currently on the Pearl store, the Badump gift boxes are being sold for 10% off and 15% off for the bigger bundles. The interesting thing is that the Blacksmith's shiny RNG boxes were only ever sold at 10% off and never had a 15% off bundle. If we instead use the values from the 10% off and the 15% off bundles to calculate the discount equivalences, we can see that the 15% off bundle makes the Badump gift box slightly better than even the Blacksmith shiny boxes in terms of pearl value. It has an 83% discount equivalence, which is slightly better than the 82% discount equivalence that the Blacksmith RNG boxes had at 10% off. Now, of course, there are some differences in items, but almost all the items in both RNG boxes consist of high-value crons, artisans, or stacks, which endgame players are going to value quite highly. This makes the Badump gift box one of the best boxes with a 15% off deal. Even without a discount, it's still an extremely good box, even competing to be one of the best. Of course, the limited 2+2 50% off deal is still going to be the best, but you can only buy that once, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. So now that we know how good this RNG box is, what if you only care about Cron/outfits, stacks, or artisan/memory fragments? To see how good this box is if you only value specific items, we simply take out the value of Crons, artisans, and stacks and place them in their own sections. In total, we can see that if you only value certain items, this RNG box on average will give you 1,146 pearl value in Cron/outfits, 642 pearl value in stacks, and 83 pearl value in memory fragments/artisans memories. We can also look at the discount equivalences and see that if you only value Crons, on average, you're still getting a 64% discount equivalence, which is pretty good. This means that on average, you are still buying Crons at a 64% discount with this box, which is still better than most sales and most only Cron bundles. Moving on, it would be a 36% sale on stacks, which isn't amazing, but still better than nothing as there usually aren't stacks only sales. For artisans memories, obviously it's crazy in the negatives, as you would only be getting 83 pearl value on average while spending 410 pearls per box, so if you only wanted artisans, you definitely wouldn't buy this box. Again, for most people who value Crons and stacks, they can just look at the previous discount equivalences, as this is only looking at each item separately for people who only want specific items. But that's basically it. In conclusion, this RNG box is an extremely good box and it's almost tied with being the best RNG box ever released. If you include the 15% off discount pack, then the Badump gift box becomes the best RNG box to ever be released, beating even the Blacksmith Shiny box. If you are someone with extra pearls and are willing to spend it on RNG boxes, I would definitely recommend getting this box. It is very competitive with the Blacksmith Shiny box, and that one was definitely one of the most insane RNG boxes released as of late. As with all Pearl Shop items, just make sure you spend your money wisely. Since this is an RNG box, definitely think a bit longer before you buy it. As usual though, I hope you all learned something from this video, and I hope to see you all next time.